I'm Darryl.
And I'm Renee.
And we're here today at the Henry Ford Museum for the Apollo When We Went to the Moon exhibit. This is at Henry Ford through May, so if you're in the area, it's included with your admission.
The Henry Ford Museum.
Yep. And there's no additional charges or anything. You just come in, regular museum admission, and head through those doors. And we just took a look and we'll let you know what we think. So like most of the Apollo stuff I've seen, it starts off with the early space race. As you enter, it's got Sputnik replica overhead, which is very cool, especially for the size comparison, because it is such a small vehicle.
It amazed me how tiny it is.
Yeah, and then it carries on to the first spaceship, or the first satellite that the U.S. launched,
Right.
and goes into a lot of the political, which that I don't usually see in the space exhibits.
I thought it was really interesting, all the things. I mean, because the 1960s were very interesting, very crazy times all over the world, in our country itself, and it touched on everything.
Yeah, it touched real quick on the civil rights movement, on the war in Vietnam.
The women's rights, Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy.
I mean, like, everything was in there.
Yeah, a lot of cool little artifacts in there. Lots of models. I love the
scale models.
The scale models of the rockets give you a perspective of what they had, and the different sizes as it progressed.
Right. And some of them, like, which one was it? Was just so much bigger than the rest of them.
Oh yeah, there were a few that were big.
Like, most of them kind of like
the
went
Russian,
along.
Yeah, the Russians had giant rockets, and that was one of the cool things, is they talked a lot about the Russians as well, and
they did, and the Germans,
what they were doing.
And von Braun.
Yeah, von Braun, who's on our end, but there's also some communications between the Russian and the U.S. space agency.
Not right. It was the telegrams, the newspapers, everything that was out. It was very interesting.
And they had the broadcasts of landing on the moon with that fake little electronics store newsstand. That was very cool.
Cute.
Lots of little bits of the stuff that the people would wear, including the crew on the pad as well as the astronauts.
Right, and it explained the different helmets and the sun visors and everything. It was really cool. There was a couple, I wouldn't really call them hands-on, but things that were a little more interactive.
You really liked that moonwalk.
That was
pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun. You could kick the rocks. I kicked one too far, but it was fun.
And then we also got to sit in a replica lunar lander.
Right.
That was a lot of fun.
The rover, right?
The rover. Yeah, the lander, the rover, yes.
It was
so,
cute.
In all, definitely worth checking out if you're coming to the museum, if you're in the area. It's an interesting, quick traveling exhibit. I don't think you're going to take even an hour in there, to be honest.
No.
But it's definitely worth checking out. And speaking of checking that out, we're going to put a playlist over here in the corner so that you can check out some of our other videos. Then in the other corner is going to be our channel icon. Make sure to click that so that you can subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know when we have new stuff that drops on the feed.